Hello and welcome to Comical Dimensions. The reason I'm producing this video is that I am fascinated with hologram, and I want to share with you the humble knowledge that I have gained learning about hologram. Hologram inspire physicists, artists, and technologists, and you can see it in many futuristic movies such as Hunger Games, Star Wars, and Iron Man, and many others. And you can see many videos on YouTube as well. And even you can see it in your credit card. Hologram principle is a topic that could be involved in explaining unknown phenomena such as consciousness and the dark universe by hypothesis called holographic universe, which says that everything we see, including us, is just an illusional three-dimensional object that is existed in the space-time, projected somehow from two-dimensional information stored in the event horizon of a black hole or at the edge of the universe. The hologram became a principle in physics communities, especially after the big scientific debates between Leonard Susskind and Stephen Hawking about black holes, information, and entropy. And I'm going to make videos about this story later. What made me get involved in hologram? Once upon a time, I was walking to my work back in Gaza in Palestine, and I imagined Disney characters like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck are floating in the air. I asked myself, have scientists ever discovered creating a three-dimensional object floating in the air? I kept thinking, what a material could be good to create something like that? Is it smoke? Is it water? Is it some type of gas? I found the most suitable thing would be light. Let there be light. So I thought, if I draw a three-dimensional object from 6 sides and bring 6 projectors for a room has 6 sides to cover top, bottom, left, right, back, and front. But I found that the beam of light doesn't stop in a certain distance, so the beams are going to overlap. So I'm not gonna get a three-dimensional object floating in the air. I kept searching, and searching. Then I found out that the best way to do this is by something called hologram. But after deep thinking, I found out that hologram has limitations, and you still have to have a screen. So what is hologram? Hologram is a three-dimensional image formed by light beams from a laser or other coherent light source. How does hologram work? As you see here in this image, we have three-dimensional object, which is an apple here, and a laser, a beam splitter, mirrors, and holographic plate. So if we shoot a beam of light by the laser towards the beam splitter, it will split the beam to 2 beams. One goes to the mirrors that will bounce the beam toward the holographic plate, and they call this beam a reference beam. The other beam will go to the three-dimensional object and bounces toward the holographic plate. So in this case, we will have overlapping of light beams on the holographic film. That will result interference pattern that is recorded on the film. So what will you see after that? You will see a piece of holographic film containing an encoded image. To the naked eye, the image looks nothing like object photographed. It is just composed of irregular ripples or waves, known as interference patterns. However, when the film is illuminated with another laser, you will have a coherent three-dimensional image of the original object reappear, and you will think it is real. Unlike normal photographs, every portion of a piece of holographic film contains all of information of the whole. In other words, if the holographic film is broken into fragments, each piece can still be used to reconstruct entire image. So, if the whole universe is a hologram, thus the encoded information of the universe will be existed in a grain of sand. Unbelievable. Crazy, isn't it? Can you believe that? Maybe. So many details still, but that's the basic about hologram. Thank you for watching Comical Dimensions.